Hey everyone! So tonight, it's been a long day, but I decided to do a quick video because I love plants and I was thinking about my cute little plants. Those aren't real in the background. Oh, I guess half of them are. But I love plants. As you see, I have plants in almost every single window, and every single room probably has 4 or 5 plants at least in it. Anyways, so I want to do the pros and cons of Aero gardens. My mother-in-law and father-in-law for Christmas gave my husband and I an Aero garden, and I think it was one of my favorite gifts of all times. I love my Aero garden. I'm sad because I had to pack it away so we could have our house showcased this week, but I think every day I looked at that Aero garden, and not only does it a big huge pro, not only does it light up the plants and give it sunlight, but your whole room feels a lot warmer and more cheerful and brightens up the whole house. My husband, I packed it away for a while and he was like, I miss that. I miss having that bright, sunshiny light in our house. So that was a big pro for us. Another pro, it was so fun to watch all of the little plants coming up, and my kids would always enjoy looking at them. I would always love looking at the little tiny baby plants, and so they grow into these big tomato plants or basil plants or thyme, or we even did little flowers, like a little flower garden, and it was so fun and so cute. That was a big pro for me. A con, I would say, is if you're not always home, at least home every 3 days or 4 days, your plants will die because you need to put water in the base part, and then you have to keep it filled up, especially as the plants grow big. If you have little tiny plants, the water will last probably 2 weeks. It'll be okay. But the bigger the plants, obviously the more water that they need. And I was really sad because we went down to my parents and my in-laws' house for Christmas one year. It was about 2 years ago, and I left my plants and I came back to dead ones. I was super sad, and I think I probably hurt my little Aero garden too because the motor was running all the time even though there wasn't water. So I don't know if that ruins it or not, but I was really sad about my plants dying. So you do have to water them at least once a week for the most part. A con for me is that you have to buy a lot of their products, which is fine. I haven't looked at the prices actually because I haven't run out, which has been nice. But once I do run out, I'm going to have to probably go and get the little pods that they sit in. You can actually plant your own seeds, so you can choose which seeds you plant. Or you can buy pre-made ones that will tell you what will come up. So you can't just go buy a packet from the store and pop a seed in the water and it'll grow. You have to buy the pod, obviously. And so that's probably a con for me. A pro for me is it makes your house a lot happier. I think, well, talked about the lights, but also the greenery. I had the Aero garden on my piano for a while, and it was kind of cute because it was a piano light, and I think it was a tomato plant, and it kind of drooped over the piano book, and it looked so cute, and I loved it. Oh my gosh, I was so excited. I'm just a plant person, but the Aero garden was 100% worth it. Now, if you're I want a tomato every single day on my sandwich or my salad, Aero garden might not be the best way to go. I felt like it was more of a here is a way to plant something and get a tomato once a week, a little cherry tomato. So don't plan on it being a garden where you're getting 6 tomatoes a day off of one plant. So that's kind of a bummer for me. Another bummer is sometimes the big plants take over the little plants, and so my tomato plants or my basil plants would grow super big, and then my little tiny other plants would just be super small and never grow because the other ones would block out the sunlight or the Aero garden light. So that was probably a con for me as well. There's so many pros though. I would definitely recommend, from my standpoint, an Aero garden. It is the best. Another con, I guess, is it can get kind of gross. It kind of gets algae looking and like dirty on the top. So definitely have to clean it out and make sure it's like a fish bowl. You have to make sure it's clean and sanitized. White vinegar is great to clean it off and everything. Just a tip. Those are some pros and cons for your Aero garden. Let me know what you think. Comment below what kind of Aero gardens you've had or what things you've planted in your Aero garden. And check out our description below. We'll put the article, pros and cons of an Aero garden. And there's so many more pros and cons to it if you're planning on buying one. Hope you have a good night. See ya. Bye.